Good morning, good afternoon, traders. Welcome, test traders on the YouTube room and 44 room traders in the VIP room. And of course, the fantastic team, Clifton, Scott, DVG. Hopefully, Amir is going to join today as well. I hope you are doing great. Had a beautiful, relaxing weekend with your loved ones, with the family, and ready for another hectic week on the market. As you can see, we are just tanking thanks to the Moody's downgrade, as you can just read on the Bloomberg TV on the YouTube that just Clifton streamed here. This is definitely quite of a splash for the market, and the SPY is down 1% already. That means that we are starting weak. Everything is in red. Also, I have some green ones on my list, especially the healthcare stocks like mRNA, Humana, PepsiCo, J&J are into the green side, and of course, the gold and the gold related stocks are going higher now as well. Even the Bitcoin retreated after quite of nice new highs during the weekend. No all-time highs yet, but it just reached some nice highs. Also, it just gave up again on the Moody's downgrade. Also, not everyone is so much concerned about that. For example, Bessent, he just shook off that it's not a big deal. The money is still flowing to the US. Well, let's see how severe is that. One thing is for sure, short traders, the yields are bond yields are just going higher and the market is lower. So let's see what's going to happen now. I mean, in my opinion, it's no doubt it was a bit extended. This huge comeback on the market. It was marvelous, impressive, but a little bit one-sided and extended. So this can be a reversal phase or a pullback phase again after this huge green weeks after each other. Hi, Brian. Hi, Steve C. Good morning, Pantera. Yeah, definitely interesting day coming. I completely agree with you. So let's just check the pre-market. You can see the SPY on my chart, and you can see that it's down 0.94% at the moment. Triple Q even lower, 1.37% to the downside. But since the pre-market lows is just trying to make a higher high, higher low, in the recent hours, which does not mean it's going to start pull back. I mean, completely pull back over this 590 level. Let's see. The lowest level of the pre-market, it was around this 585, $586 level. Of course, it's obvious. I'm going to watch it whether it's going to fail and break after the opening bell or not. So I'm going to keep an eye on that level for sure. Regarding the economic news for today, I think this Moody's downgrade, it was enough. And if it would have not been enough, indeed, we got some warning from Bessent as well at the same interview when he just shook off this Moody's downgrade on the US debt. Indeed, and he was talking about the fact that the clock is ticking, because in July everything just can get worse on the tariffs phase if the countries are not able to sit down and negotiate. So here is the time for trade talks, or tariffs is going to bite back traders. There is still some months to go. Also, I must tell you, in the political field, it's not too much. So let's see what's going to happen on that level too, indeed. Okay, what else here? Well, as I mentioned you, on the economic field, today at least another huge day. Or rather, I would say FOMC member speakers are in the spotlight. And indeed, Bostich spoke already. He started at 8:30, 8:45, Jefferson and Williams speaking already. Might they just finished it. But what I just want to tell you, that Bostich is ready to go for one rate cut for the year. Definitely not two, but at least one. So this is already an improvement indeed in their messaging or speech. And Jefferson and Williams are speaking at the moment. So 10 o'clock CB leading index is going to be released, and after that in the afternoon is going to be a little bit more busy here. 1:15 p.m. we will get the FOMC member Logan speaks, and 1:30 p.m. FOMC member Kashkari speaks. index. And again, postage going to come back indeed at 245. So this is going to be the agenda for today, traders. Beside of the CB lending index, there are only FOMC member speakers all around. So this is what we are going to pay attention to. So traders, 10 o'clock is the next happening. After that, only the afternoon lunchtime, 1:15. It's still, I would say, the lunchtime. And after that, the afternoon, there are more speakers coming. Hi, Mar. Good morning to you. PTIX is this morning here. I'm just going to check it soon. Also, I'm just checking still the headlines here. Everyone is talking about definitely the Moody's downgrade and the fact that the Dow is set for a 300-point loss because of that Moody's downgrade indeed, and the treasury yields are rising and the gold is jumping, as I mentioned you. All right. Prices are probably going up at Walmart. Watch for Target and other retailers to detail the tariff impact this week. Yes, definitely, this is still quite of a challenging time for the US consumers, as well as the Trump recession, based at least on a MarketWatch headline at the moment, I would say, is off the table, but trouble is not over for the US economy, as we could see on the Moody's downgrade as well. So things are not going very well at the moment. Crypto, as I mentioned, you pulled back. Now it is just around this 102,000 area. US 10 years, as I mentioned you, they're just going up like crazy, 0.07 on the US 10 years treasuries. Asia, of course, pulled back on this Moody's downgrade, just like Europe. Also, the DAX is still holding quite off. It's around the zero level. Hi, Dor. Nice to see you. Good morning to you. Okay, what else in the headlines? I'm just moving to the international ones quickly, and let's see. Well, that's an interesting what I've just read, that the European Union and the UK are ready to reset the deal to the post-Brexit after the Brexit, as you know. So it seems like this is a nice connection again, regain between the UK and the European Union that can be great on the economy side. Hi, Brickster. Good morning to you. Dow futures is still down at least 200 points on the US debt downgrade by the Moody's. I'm just repeating myself. And the 30-year Treasuries yield jumps over 5% after Moody's downgrade the US credit rating from AAA indeed. QCOM in the news to launch data center processors that link to NVIDIA chips, so we can watch QCOM in the news. But we have a lot of more movers today, and let's see which ones are these. Walmart. Well, the retail giant slipped nearly 2% on Saturday. President Donald Trump said Walmart should eat the tariffs and not raise prices. Well, yeah. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday. CEO Doug McMillon told him the company would absorb some of the levies. Well, indeed, it's not going to be easy for sure, and it's a rough, rocky road ahead of the retail sales for sure, starting with Walmart. Netflix shed 1.8% on the back of a downgrade at JP Morgan to neutral from overweight. So might this can be finally a small profit-taking phase for the Netflix. At the moment, it is down 1.72%. I like it to the short side for some pullback. Hi, Clifton. Good morning to you. Lee, nice to see you. Good morning. So I'm just going to start my list here, as I see Scott already posted his list, and I am not quite surprised that we do not have too many long candidates. And as I mentioned you in the beginning, that the healthcare stocks quite interesting to the long side, but nothing else. And even I'm going to call here mRNA. Scott called UNH indeed. MBLY, it's close to green too, so I'm going to check it. Microsoft 0.87, CRM 0.88, and the weakest on my list is Roblox, Tesla, PLTR traders, all of them over 4% drop. Ouch, that doesn't look good. And even coin is weak because of the Bitcoin indeed. And MBLY, sorry, it was just updated. it's completely red. So it's not going to be on my long list. But mRNA deserves a longer candidate list and maybe even UNH as just got stated. Next one to the short side, as I mentioned you, Walmart and Netflix, they were to watch them to the short side. Nvidia is dropping too, despite CEO Jensen Huang announcements on Monday about the company's new product. Nvidia's new NVLink Fusion program will allow customers and partners to use non-NVIDIA CPUs and GPUs together with NVIDIA products and NVLink. So this doesn't sound good, but I have a strong feeling that NVIDIA is definitely a bit on the pullback side. A reason for that. Also, if I'm just checking the daily chart, and it has not reached yet this 140 level, which I thought it will be before. It's just making a pullback, but it looks extended, so ripe for a small pullback too. If you have anything on the radar, guys, please just drop it in the chat. Hi, Michael. Nice to see you. Good morning. Okay, so mRNA, UNH long side, WMT, Netflix, NVIDIA, I'm going to call it to the short side. Also, NVIDIA, I'm going to be a bit careful with that one. Tesla doesn't look good at all. Reason for that, 4% lower, as I mentioned you, as China's Xiaomi said it was launching its new YU7 sports utility vehicle, which is seen as a challenger to Tesla. Competition is growing, Elon. So watch out because Xiaomi is coming too. Reddit here 7% lower after a nasty downgrade by Wells Fargo to equal weight from our weight. Ouch, that's definitely not good for the Reddit, but for us it just makes it eligible for the short side. Alibaba here, UNH, which is 4% higher, some ground after losing 23% last week. We had a fantastic short last week on UNH, so I can't wait to even trade this pullback if it's going to happen indeed. United Health had suspended its 2025 guidance, so its CEO stepped down, is reportedly the subject of the US Department of Justice investigation. So UNH is still not out of the woods, but might this is going to be enough to see a small pullback on that. And Bath and Body Works, it's here as well, BBWI, which is not a huge mover in my opinion, and it's a bit higher as um, the Bath and Body Works said that the CEO Gina Boswell will step down immediately, and that seems like might the stockholders like the idea. But let me just check it in the pre-market. I am not quite confirm that we should put it on any of our list, because first of all it's just a 60k pre-market volume. It's not that good indeed, and it's in a consolidation on the daily. It's a little bit down. No, I'm not going to put it on my list indeed. But let's see Baba, what is happening with Alibaba. Chinese e-commerce giant down 2% after the New York Times report that said that Trump administration has raised concerns about Apple's plan to use Alibaba's AI on iPhones in China. So that's why Baba is not in the best shape today. Seems like it's still on the verge of a pullback and heading to this 120 level, which is under the 50 EMA at the moment. There is though a very strong support, as you can see on this 120 level. So I'm going to watch definitely the round number there, but I'm going to call Baba to the short side. And based on my list, as I mentioned you, we have several really red candles here on the daily. For example, Hood is down 4.66%, PLTR 4.37, Tesla we were talking about, Roblox pulling back, Roblox very extended to the upside. So these I'm going to watch it on my secondary list traders, like especially Roblox, PLTR, Hood, and coin. Indeed, these are going to be on my secondary list, all of them to the short side, especially if this nasty red stripe on the indices is going to be continued. Well, seems like this is going to be the time for the market to cool down a bit, cool off, and might a small pullback too. I'm ready for everything, open-minded. I'm happy we do not have expiration or option expiration. That was just a crazy Friday, guys. It was not easy to win that day. We managed it here in the TEFS trading room, but definitely it was not an easy thing to do. Hi, Vida. It's nice to see you. Stefan, good morning. I'm just going to post my list here. And again, if you have anything on the radar, please just let me know. As Mark already posted NVAX, popped on COVID-19 vaccine news also. Yeah, just like mRNA, I like it to the long side too. We can watch it. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning to you. Nice to see you. And VIP room traders, 44 room traders, please just have a beautiful green day, but be cautious. Again, bunch of FOMC member speakers coming 10 o'clock, some economic news, but that's it for today. Sentiment is going to rule, and hopefully we will get a nice trending market today. Have a great green day, and see you tomorrow. Bye, team. All right, TEFS YouTube traders, I'm just going to stay here with you again for an extra hour for trading at least. Let's see how the situation is going to uh, um, occur here on the market, whether we are going to have some great opportunities. Also, I'm sure we will. Hi, Sebastian. Nice to see you. Good morning. All right, traders. So as I see, Scott list includes all of my short candidates too, like WMT, Netflix, NVIDIA, Tesla, Reddit, and Mark in the VIP room. He just called even NVAX for a long side, and the reason why mRNA, NVAX, and I guess BNTX too are going up is the reason on some news on the vaccine stocks indeed. Also, the overall market sentiment is highly, oops, sorry guys, it's highly bearish. That means that we are going to see a drop farther to the downside. Okay, traders. So if you have any favorite for today, please just let me know. I would say my favorite is definitely short side, and I'm going to watch Netflix, that's for sure. I like it. And there is no doubt WMT can be in trouble because of the comments of President Trump over the weekend. Tesla, I like for a potential nice move to the downside. Roblox looks interesting too. It's a little bit too heated to the upside. What else here? Reddit, 7% drop. That's a huge one. So let's just check it here too. On the Reddit side, plus even Hood and Coin can be interesting for a possible drop there. And these are going to be on my watch list as well. So Hood and Coin, especially the coin indeed, because the Bitcoin is down too, not just the coin here. Okay, Microsoft, mRNA, it's on my list. Meta, SMC, I am still watching. Baba, Netflix, Walmart. What else here? Tesla, as I mentioned you, I really like it too for a continuation. This is definitely extended to the upside 350. It reached on Friday. And in the meantime, we have Scott already in the VIP room. I don't know whether Amir is going to join us in the VIP room. If not, then DVG, I'm sure he will be here. All right, traders. So this week, anyway, I am just checking what's going to happen this week. As you know, this is a full trading week, traders, but next week is going to be a shortened week. What does it mean? 26th of May, Monday, it's a Memorial Day. That's why there is no trading on that day. So the market is going to be closed and you can enjoy an extra day off, or not enjoy, just miss trading, but Tuesday everything is going to be back. Okay, traders, so let me just check the economic news for the week. This week, as far as I remember, it's not a huge week on the economic front. It's quite muted. Like for example, today, as I mentioned you, only FOMC member speakers we have, plus the CB leading index at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow, FOMC member Barkin speaks again and Bostich. And after that, more speakers coming, indeed, a lot again, indeed. And I cannot actually see any important economic news for tomorrow, at least. Wednesday is the same, crude oil inventories only, and the rest is FOMC member speakers. So the real big day for the week is going to be Thursday, with at least the unemployment claims as usual at 8:30, and even flash manufacturing and flash services PMI together with the existing home sales after that, and more FOMC member speakers coming. So this week is for the FOMC member speakers, traders, and Friday before the long weekend, again a bunch of FOMC member speakers and new home sales. That's it. So again, quite of a muted week based on the economic news on the economic front, not like next week. Next week, FOMC meeting minutes, GDP numbers, PC price index. So next week is going to be really, really strong and interesting, because on Sunday, just before, the Memorial Day at 2:40 p.m., Fed Chair Powell is going to speak too. So interesting week is coming next week for sure, traders, but this is going to be a good one too. So guys, if you have any questions, please just let me know. If you are new members in the room, welcome, welcome everyone. My name is Agnes Lafleur. I am leading this reading room and the head of education and content by the TEFS proprietary trading firm. What does it mean? As you know, we have several funded accounts, and not just funded accounts, but as new products, challenges, and through the challenges you can win actually a funded account. The challenge is it's a simulated account. You cannot withdraw profit, but if you are just going to hit 10% profit target, you can get actually a real funded account, and you can just go for it and trade with me here, and I'm going to help you to succeed for sure. If you are interested in that, first of all, you can just check our website, plus even indeed to contact me directly on my email at agi@tefs.com. I'm more than happy to help you, not just in that, but even every trading related questions, I'm more than happy to help you. Okay. Jonathan is going to watch even PDD and Morgan Stanley. I'm going to take a look at them too. Also, again, I feel like that our candidates list is full, and we are ready for that trading day, which is going to start quite soon. I'm just setting my pre-market. I don't like watching because it's messing up with my VWAP, and my VWAP is just a must to be there if I am trading. VWAP is the volume weighted average price. When I am trading stocks, there is no doubt this is one of my favorite, if not the favorite indicator to use. Indeed, I'm not using VWAP in anything else, only on the stock trading. Okay, Scott is calling already some stocks as usual. Amir is here with us, and he's watching NVEX 2 and PTIX. PTIX, I guess this is some new stock. As far as I know him, he likes these lower price stocks, and we cannot trade it on test. It's okay. Scott just called UNH already, as I've seen over 305 traders, and CRWV under 74, CRWV under 74 too. That's it. As I've told you, I'm going to, and NVIDIA over 132, so it seems like he is rather on the long side with the NVIDIA. Okay, guys, what else? I'm going to watch here Baba too, Alibaba. And this NVEX doesn't look bad either. Overall, market traders still very weak. The SPY is more than 1%, triple Q 1.50% already. Apple is down 1.50% as well. NVIDIA, Amazon, WMT, Meta, and the rest, Google even, it's much weaker than the market. But for example, PepsiCo, J&J, CVX, like the oil stocks are not that weak. And even Microsoft stands a bit out with it's still down, but only 0.88%. That means it's still weak, of course, but not like 3% or 4% as the rest of the stocks. And let's just keep an eye on Tesla as well. Traders, I really like Tesla. Traders, I just get this shades down because I love sunshine very much, but my monitors and the charts doesn't like it too much. Okay. How much? Oh, 3 minutes and we can start. Phew, this option expiration Friday, that was something, guys. It was just ugly. I would say it was such a typical option expiration day. Like, really, by the book. Market was choppy, no direction. It was not easy win that day, but we succeed in that. And again, there is no problem if you just feel like, then the market environment, it's a little bit difficult, not for you on that day. You cannot clearly uh, um, read the setups, the price section. It's completely okay just to be patient, sit on your hand and observe, just to check, to investigate this environment, what would work the best. Sometimes you can learn a lot on these days indeed, but definitely like the occasions or the type of environment when to sit on your hands. And unfortunately nowadays it's happening, especially in the beginning of the day when we do not see any direction. Mm. Hopefully today is not going to be the case indeed. All right, so today is the 19th of May. We still have 2 full weeks, well, except of the 26th of Monday, which is going to be a bank holiday, but still a 2 full week of May. And so far, we are not that bad for the months. At least I am nicely to the green side. I had 1 or 2 red days, but the rest it's a green one. Also, I must tell you that in this environment, what can you make survive, at least when you are a starter trader? Be selective. Like quantity is definitely quality over quantity. So less than more trades for sure. Okay, we have DVG here as well. Again, Scott already called some trades here and VD over 132, CRWV under 74. And let me just check the first one. Yes, this was the UNH over 305 as well. All of them are on my list indeed. Okay. DVG ready to short the big banks, by the way. He just told that he wants to go for shorting definitely. If you have some favorite for today, please just let me know. And indeed, the next happening or news on the market is going to happen at 10 o'clock traders. So we should pay attention to the CB leading index at 10 o'clock. And after that, yeah, at 1:15 p.m., I'm not going to be here anymore, but please, if you're trading, then pay attention to FOMC member Logan is going to speak at 1:30. Kashkari, he can move the market sometimes. And 2:45, Bostic speaks again. He was just speaking already indeed. Okay, we're just starting soon. Good luck, everyone. Don't forget, it's Monday. Monday can be, especially the first 30 minutes, quite of intensive, choppy, and interesting. So watch out on that, please. Now let me just check this PTIX, protogenic therapeutics. I guess it's some, wow, 170%. Oh my God, I would like to see that on one of my swing one day. But this is a low price stock. It was a $3 stock and now it's an $8 stock. I guess some, I don't know, FDA approval, something like that can happen there. Okay. And the market is still just tanking and tanking. We are open for business traders. Good luck, everyone. And don't forget Monday morning choppiness. Usually chop fast we have. So let's be extremely careful, especially with the share size and the spread. Okay, BIIB is strong too. I'm just checking the Colgate, Unilever strong. Here is Amir. Hi, Amir. NVO is strong too. mRNA I'm going to watch here. Okay. What I'm watching first is definitely the gap and goes. What does it mean? Gap downs and continuation with after some pullback. AMD pulling back, Google pulling back, Tesla pulling back, NVIDIA pulling back big time as I see. And the same what Scott is watching, by the way. WMT, nice. How about UNH? Okay. Scott likes this PTIX, by the way. PLTR, where is my Netflix? I cannot find you, Netflix. Just going to check it. Reddit. DVG called the JP Morgan already to the short side, by the way. He called it 264.35 on the JP Morgan. And Scott is ready to short Reddit. I would say it can be a nice short, but only under 106 for me. For a possible gap and go indeed. For gap and go, wow, Apple is not even pulling back. Tesla already made the pullback. That's not good. For gap and go, actually, I am watching Reddit too. Scott called it, I don't know where, he did not get it yet. DVG really shorting all of the bank stocks as I see. mRNA, huge move to the upside indeed. Not even thinking on the direction at the moment. It's just pushing higher and that's it. Okay, traders, Reddit looks very nice even on the, I must tell you, it looks really nice even on the daily for a gap and go. PLTR looks like as a gap and go too. So PLTR, it can be strong, a bit discouraged for the PLTR. And let me just check here Netflix. So the SPY triple Q at the moment still red. Okay, small pullback, but nothing meaningful, I mean, on the market at the moment. If you have anything on the radar, please just let me know. AVGO is going to be a long for DVG 22350. JP Morgan was a nice one. All right, traders. So Netflix doesn't look bad either. I like Netflix traders under 1177. This is going to be my first trade. Big stop loss, spready. Be careful, okay? Just a small share size here on the Netflix, please. But this looks like as a promising short candidate here. Actually, we can take it under 117,780 already. And the stop loss should be 1185 at the moment, at least. Okay, guys, I'm here buying NVX over 860. Buying NVX over 860. I like this gap and go Netflix. I like the Reddit too. And Scott likes CRWD to the short side too. Overall market is trying to push higher. CRWD, I cannot see it clearly, but I like the daily on the CRWD. By the way, I still like my Netflix call and the Reddit. I don't know. It's still over the VWAP, so let's just check it. mRNA open drive. Yes, Dietmar, because mRNA is just got some good news, not just as mRNA indeed, but all of the COVID-19 shot stocks are higher on the news. mRNA just started quite hectic. I mean, I cannot see any entry at the moment. Reddit can be still under 10640, I would say, and Google looks like as a very nice gap and go too. So Reddit is going to be RDDT under 106. Let's just stay with the round number traders, and I'm going to take it with a low share size. Amir buying UNH looks very nice over 303 traders. I would say for me it's 303.20. 303.20 looks very nice on the UNH. This is Amir's call. Amir's call from the VIP room, $303 on the UNH to the long side. I like it too. Everything with a lower share size traders, and UNH, I would buy it only 303 and 25. Yes, Kevin, Google looks very nice too under 164, 60 perfect entry there for a gap and go. Exactly. And traders, Netflix is in. Netflix is in. Oh, no, not yet. Sorry. I thought it's in. Okay, I just heard a noise, but it was not. And Apple is, that's interesting. Look at NVIDIA traders, WMT. Nah, I missed my gap and go on the WMT, unfortunately. Very nice on UNH, over 303.20. I'm in with Amir. I'm in. And I'm still waiting for Netflix indeed, and Reddit under 106. In the meantime, market is still stretching higher, and mRNA is amazing indeed. So, and the Netflix short, why I get in 1177. I think, guys, I was not precise with my entry on the Netflix, so I'm in a Netflix too. Okay. Market is definitely pushing higher. Apple is moving completely down. Amazing. That's weird. I put it on my, okay, never mind. I think I was not precise with the entry on this Netflix. It's annoying, but I'm in. Okay, traders, NVIDIA is starting to be quite strong here. PDD2. By the way, Scott is going to short this Reddit already under 107. I want to see a 106 break, but at least a 106.40. All right, traders, on the UNH, I want to see a 305 for the first partial. Stop loss, it's under 300. WMT, I just missed it. I can't believe that. Nice entry point, Kevin, on the Google because it has not entered yet, and that's why it's very, very important, traders, to be precise on the entries, okay? Also, unfortunately, if you're using a stop limit or limit, especially stop limit, indeed, without the bracket order, then unfortunately the spread can just get you in, as it just happened with me on the Netflix, I think. Just open the door because this weather is starting to be here crazy in Europe, indeed. Okay, guys, Roblox nice pullback. Come on, UNH, we need a break over the high. Reddit is still thinking a lot. I still like or Netflix indeed. That just looks great. I still like it, as I've told you. DVG buying coin over 265.30. Come on, UNH, go, go, go. This is Amir's trade. I get in with him over 303.20. Apple, it's making a pullback too. How about AMD? Where are you, AMD? Lost my AMD here. Okay. That's why it's trying to move back. And traders, Microsoft is strong. Do you remember I mentioned that Microsoft is not that weak than the overall market, and it's still moving higher. So that looks interesting. So traders, so far Netflix in and UNH in. UNH hopefully ready for a break, and I'm ready to take a partial soon on the UNH. I'm going to take, I took way low share size here. Pff, never mind. Not a perfect start on the morning. Still rusty a little bit, but here comes our 305 there. I should have taken 300, not 100 shares. It's okay. I'm going to take, because of that, only 70% of the share size. I need to see the break of the high first, though, and I still like my Netflix call there. Let's see what the Reddit is going to do indeed. Microsoft is breaking out. Look at that. Amazing indeed. Okay, NVIDIA, nice pullback, and the market is still on the verge of a pullback. Nice shaking off this bad news on the Moody's downgrade. Interesting. Oh, beautiful. Okay, traders, here we go. Fantastic. I'm ready to take my first partial on the UNH, and I'm going to take 75% of my, or 70% of my share size, as even the market, I think, is just going to stop on this 590 level indeed. So here we are. I wanted to see at least this $2, and I just took my 70% of the share size. Stop loss is going to be under 302 and 50. 302 and 50. I'm going to leave a little room to wiggle, to move here. Reddit is still moving higher. PLTR is quite weak too. Look at that PLTR, guys. It's just like SMCI pulled back, NVIDIA did pull back. DVG is ready to short Tesla under 335.77, by the way, 335.77. Doesn't look bad. Also for me, it's just 335. I want to see to drop. Okay, Netflix is back almost to the entry traders, and or UNH, we just made a $2 already into the profit. That's great. If you have any candidates on your list, any setups, please just let me know in the chat. Okay, guys, here comes our Netflix again. UNH is still holding. Netflix needs to break this 1177 like clearly, because it's still there, the VWAP. Unfortunately, that's not good. Tesla doesn't look bad either. Also, again, for me, it's the earliest entry would be under 335.40 for a short. And yeah, PLTR, somehow I felt it's really weak. mRNA is building a bull flag or pulling back. We can watch it for a pullback too. Oh, come on, Netflix. NVIDIA is starting to be stronger. Roblox is pulling back too. Okay, traders, UNH is still in. I'm going to be ready to get out soon. Still give a little room to move there. Market overall, it's still stretching higher, moving higher. Very interesting indeed. Last chance for the UNH to be just held by this VWAP here. Overall market still pushing higher. Kevin, this Google looks like it's getting from weaker to stronger. DVG want to short coin, but he called it for a long. Okay, never mind. Let's just leave it alone. I don't like you, Netflix. What are you doing? This is not the right direction. We got a nasty downgrade, and look at this beast. Still trying to move higher. Amazing. There's still last chance for the UNH. Already looking a bit stronger now. Coin is moving lower as I see. Come on, UNH, reversal time is here. All right, maybe the market is waiting for the news also. This CB leading index, I don't think so it means anything. And don't forget, usually on Mondays, this first 30-minute reversal can be quite intensive, that we are just moving now upside, and suddenly around, like, 10 o'clock, it's going to make a reversal. All right, traders, unfortunately, Netflix is going against me over 180, 185. I need to get out on this Netflix trade. I'm going to what? Oof. Who is buying Netflix after a downgrade? Definitely not me. Come on, Netflix. I am very, very sad on that. Everything is pushing higher, guys. That's amazing. And I have a big loser on Netflix like that. Shoo. I changed the share size, unfortunately. I mean, I was wrong share size on Netflix and on the UNH. Netflix, last chance. I'm going to put my stop loss over this candle's high. Not a very strong volume though. So this is my last chance here. I still like this call by Tesla short under 335, especially if the market is going to make the first 30 minutes reversal here. And Humana held by the VWAP so far, but we need to go back over 305. Apple pulling back, also the semicons are still the strongest, and Microsoft is not bad either. Last chance for both of my trades at the meantime, and Reddit has not entered yet. It's rather going higher as I see. Amir wants to long Tesla over 33760. Now let's see who wins. Market is quite muted for the last 5 minutes. It's just going sideways around the highs. And traders, the PRTR still looks weak for me. So if we starting to drop again with this market because Apple is under the lows, I'm just telling you. Also, NVIDIA is strong, AVGO is strong. So as I've told you, the semicons are quite strong, and or nasty Netflix too, unfortunately. With AMD starting to be stronger too. We can watch even AMD traders for a gap fill. If the market continues stretching higher, AMD can be an interesting long candidate, by the way. Apple double bottom. That's looking interesting, this overall market. Okay, so I'm still holding my UNH, and unfortunately, I'm still holding my Netflix as well. Also, the Netflix, unfortunately, is going to be out soon. If it goes again higher, and the overall market, look at that big move to the upside, and we still have 12 minutes till the CB leading index. Cannot see any clear entry yet on the AMD, but I'm watching, and UNH, I want to see it to move over the 305 area first. PLTR is moving higher too. Now Google too. So Amir called Tesla over the long side to the long side 33760. 33760 he called it to the long side. And market bulls are trying to buy the back after this nasty move to the downside in the pre-market, by the way. Scott is in the UNH as well. These bulls are starting to be stronger now. And look at PLTR2. I am astonished the strength of this pullback on the market. Question whether it's going to hold. And NVIDIA, though, it's just stopped a little bit. AMD, I'm still going to watch it here. If it's going to make a continuation pattern, might I'm going for a gap fill. And or UNH is finally back, but unfortunately Netflix as well to the upside. I can't believe this stock. 9 minutes till the next news and the market turnaround, maybe. I'm still holding, as you can see, both of my trades. One partial done on the UNH. And actually, in this case, traders, I'm not going to hold it anymore. I don't like this sudden pullback. So if it's breaking 303 again, I'm going to be out. Netflix, I'm still holding, and I'm just waiting for this market, which direction is going to choose, because the price action is starting to be quite ugly and hectic. So let's watch out of that. I'm here buying PTIX over 740 in the meantime, 740 PTIX. And I'm still watching this fight on the Tesla to stay bullish or bearish, and I'm still with my Netflix. I just cannot see very strong buying volume there, but it's amazing that it's just up again. I think the decision from the market side is quite close, traders, whether we are going to make another bull flag and continue higher, or it's going to stop by the 10 o'clock first 30 minutes reversal. Yeah, the guys are just talking about the Memorial Day, the long weekend. This Reddit doesn't want to go down, but even not up, so that looks interesting too, by the way. This Tesla, it's still like 50-50. It's just stuck in a consolidation phase. And yes, this is the right direction. Netflix down, down, down. Market stuck, consolidating again. And I have a strong feeling if we break this 20 EMA with the SPY, we can push lower. Kevin, now the Google under 165.20 looks very tempting, especially under the VWAP, which is 165.17 for me. The VWAP, 165.17 for me. PTIX is not relevant anymore for Amir. He just recalled, I mean, he is not going to take it anymore. I'm still holding my Netflix also. It's just pathetic how it's moving at the moment. Overall market is still bull flagging, so still looks like as a possible continuation higher towards to the gap fill, but we still have like 5 minutes to go till the first 30 minutes going to end. And traders, I'm going to watch this UNH closely. If it's breaking 303 again, I do not want to get more to the downside. I'm just going to get back if I see that it's just recharging again. And the SPY TPQ is still making a nice consolidation, so it still can be even a breakout over a new high of the day at least. And I'm just strongly thinking on a half share size drop on the Netflix, as I just missed my right share size there, unfortunately. This is not good. Okay, guys, Netflix still looks good. Sorry, guys, I'm here with you. What else? Only Google, Kevin? Anyone else? Do you see something? Hold on, guys. Or UNH going to the right direction. Finally, on Netflix looking great. But the market is still on the decision point. And here we need to see some decision soon. I still like my UNH. I still like my Netflix. We just need this market to move now. No new calls, even by the guys in the VIP room. They are waiting for this market to show something. Come on, market. Okay, traders, market still hesitating, but 2 minutes till the news. Okay, traders, here comes back the Netflix, but the market is still holding. So next step would be only 1 minute to go. And Amir took the Tesla trade, as I've told you, over 33760. So he took his long on the Tesla. I am still holding my Netflix short here and the UNH long too. Also, what I'm still watching here is TTWO, which is quite strong. Looks interesting, but the volume unfortunately not the best indeed. So I try to Spotify. Wow, okay. No entry at the moment. Unfortunately, mRNA is back. Okay, Netflix, nice move. Apple, it's making an intraday breakout, by the way, and our UNH is moving higher. So traders, fantastic. UNH also, if it goes back again under 303, I'm going to be out. So only 2 trades so far, and I am waiting just like the guys in the VIP room for a decision for the market. And NVIDIA is slowly pulling back. And Kevin, your Google still looks quite interesting there. If we do make a continuation higher, let's just keep an eye on Microsoft traders, especially if it pulls back around this 455 area to the VWAP. I'm going to watch it for a possible reversal. Meta looks quite strong too, also there is not too much more to go to fill the gap. My Netflix is slowly back to this 118. That's good. And UNH had the fourth attempt to break the highs. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign, but I'm still holding it. Apple, though, it's starting to be from weak to stronger. And traders, you know what? I'm just decided to close out some positions on this Netflix. I mean, it started to move to my direction. I just do not like that I'm a bit stretched on the share size. It's my fault. And first of all, second, I don't like the fact that it's just making a reversal on the VWAP, and look at the market is just moving higher on the news too. So to the long, ooh, wow, Meta, beautiful long on Tesla from Amir. If you took it with him, the Tesla long traders, I would take a partial soon here, like $2.5. Looks like a perfect partial profit taking, and the market overall it's still pushing higher. Nice surprise on the market indeed. And yeah, I'm just deciding to close out some share size on the Netflix. Unfortunately, it's not going to the right direction. I'm just waiting a small pullback now, and let's see. But the SPY and the triple Q touched even the 100 EMA traders, and as I've told you, this fact indeed that we have the first 30 minutes here went by. The market usually it's doing a small pullback. Maybe it's not going to be true for today, but I'm going to watch for it indeed for some signs. And I must tell you, Kevin, your Google still looks good. Also, I would stay definitely under this 165.17 as I've told you for the entry. And very nice long on the Tesla from Amir. Well done. Apple now it's starting to be stronger, definitely. Overall, the market is a beautiful comeback indeed. Really. Okay, and UNH, unfortunately, it's out, as I've told you. And I'm just going to close some out on this Netflix. I cannot see any buyers volume there though, so no idea who is buying this Netflix without volume, but unfortunately it's going higher. AMD looks like it's going to come lower now. Microsoft did not get back to the VWAP. It's not good. Nice comeback from the big stocks indeed. Scott took the Reddit under 107. He just got out with a loss, unfortunately. And I'm in trouble with Netflix and trouble with the overall market because this seems like it's not going to stop until a gap fill. And the market is still bull flagging, guys. Okay, that's it. We need to look for longs. No 30 minutes reversal. But Kevin, I must tell you, this short still looks good on the Google. So the market is quite determined now. It just cannot stop and cannot go lower. So watch out. And unfortunately, I have one winner, one loser so far. and the market has no intention to stop and do the reversal if it's not going to do it now. As I've told you, even the Apple started to be stronger now. Ooh, what is happening here again? Okay, guys, that's it. I cannot do anymore. Someone is speaking again? What was this huge move to the upside? I'm just trying to reduce my loss here a little bit. What is this market doing now? Indeed. Hmm. Meta, what a huge move. Look at that, guys. So huge green candle on the market. I guess it should be news related. And here we are. I am in red. Triple Q almost filled the gap. DVG called this as a sneaky open. I agree. Okay, traders, this looks like a very strong continuation market, so no stop at all. That means that overall bad news just got completely shook off. That's nice to see. Also, in this case, we need to find some longs there. And I still like among the longs, I'm watching SMCI for gap and go. Unfortunately, NVIDIA, it made the reversal already. Maybe this Microsoft can be interesting. 457.50. These are what I'm watching at the moment. Also, I would like to see a small cool off period on this market before, like a small pullback. Also, doesn't seem like that this market wants to pull back at all. That looks newsy. Yes, Kevin, completely. I agree with you that it was though just the what it is called the CB leading index, but seems like it was enough to turn this market around completely. Indeed, amazing. Wow, hood as well. Amir just called the hood. A spy a little bit stabbed. Maybe we can watch this, by the way. I'm just thinking on this AMD over the high traders. That looks quite of a interesting continuation as well. So traders, in the case if the market it's not going to make any pullback but continues, I'm going to watch AMD for continuation. SMCI doesn't look bad either. But I have a strong feeling that finally the SPY and the triple Q are starting to pull back a bit. So if you are in longs, very good. You just got the right direction. Also, I would strongly get some profit soon here, and then let's see whether we can see some reversals there. Small pullback is due. I don't think so. It's going to be a huge one, especially after this huge push to the upside or so. You never know. Look at Kevin, your Google. This is just acting so weird. It's just amazing how it's acting now. Look at that thing. It's just okay. So the SPY triple Q back to the 100 EMA, which is serving now as a support indeed. But if we are going to break it through, this is a healthy pullback and we can watch finally for reversals. That would be great indeed. Market is thinking a lot here on these levels. Also, I can see still a strong move to the upside. So again, I'm still and look at the Google, Kevin. If you have entered, that looks really good. Well done. Also, I would act as a scalper on this market for the shorts, unless the market is not changing this direction completely. Also, doesn't look like it wants to change any direction, in my opinion. NVIDIA still looks very strong as I see. Such a shame I missed that nice VWAP reversal. DVG is going to go to make some tea. He just cannot see any entries at the moment. I don't blame him. PLTR starting really strong too. And look at that, the UNH is just pushing back. SPY already making the reversal. Amazing. Also now again, it needs to go for a new high. Let's see whether it can make it happen first of all. And seems like yes. Another push to the upside. Amazing this market is. Wow, what a comeback. Amir likes Reddit for a possible long play, by the way. He just mentioned it several times now. Ooh, UNH is just coming back to the 100 EMA too. AMD is coming back to this 115.50. I would still keep an eye on that. Roblox unstoppable, Nvidia unstoppable, amazing. And the market is going for a new high. And slowly but surely is definitely going for gap fill traders. It's just going for a fantastic gap fill as I see. Not too much to go. If you still have anything on the list, please just let me know. So far, this extensive move to the upside kind of a market, which is still moving nicely, but it's slow. And actually, it's completely doing the opposite that and everyone was expected to see. Tricky, tricky market, as always nowadays, right? Nice, new daily high on the SPY traders. Amazing pushback. Apple has not stopped either yet. Look at that. mRNA, it's on the $26 level. Also, as I see, these healthcare stocks are not that much strong anymore. It looks like it's just a plain news move, and that's it. And SPY triple Q are still staying really strong indeed. SPY triple Q still pushing higher, and the volume is not bad either, so it really needs to stretch even more now. And gap close, it's very, very close. Netflix coming back to the VWAP too. Okay, traders. So the market seems like as a never-ending up story again. I would watch AMD also. It does not show any strengths indeed. We can watch even the rest of the big, especially semicon stocks, guys, because they are moving very nicely to the upside for a possible, I don't know, pullback, something like that, like AVGO, ARM, TSM, something we still can run a little bit. Google is quite weak as I see. So Kevin, I can understand you on the short side. And I still think that the market at one point of the day it's might going to pull back a bit. So that's why I'm going to watch it though. But indeed, not an easy market to trade again. Also, it could have been easier if I get the right direction. Also, I was a little bit waiting for the shorts because of the news, as I see even DVG and and Scott went for the short side. How is your day so far, guys? Any questions? Any nice setups what I maybe miss at the moment. I'm just checking the strong and the weak stocks as always. Kevin, did you take this Google short at the end? Hi, D King. Nice. Well done. Happy to hear that and very proud of you. Good, good. What did you trade? Ah, this Tesla long was fantastic. I don't know why I did not take it. I think this can be a possible small pullback for the market indeed. Hood still looks so strong. Look at that, guys. Amazing this hood is. How about coin? Let me just check your coin. Shame on you, Netflix. Now you can go lower. Coin is completely not moving anywhere. Microsoft long, that was nice. And UNH, fantastic. Happy to hear that. Well done. Yeah, Microsoft was, as I mentioned you completely in the beginning of the pre-market actually, that it was a good one. I mean, it was definitely not that weak than the overall triple Q. Lee, no trades for you. You were in the red from holding AVG and they over the weekend and just hoping for full recovery. Ouch, Lee. Very nice recovery, especially on the AVGO. I don't know what's going to happen with the AMD though, but I think AVGO can hold on. So that's good. Okay. Traders, just a second. I will be back soon. Mond. Sorry guys, I just had to take this call. In the meantime, as I see, not too much indeed. Market is slowly but steadily pulling back. So if you still have anything on the trade side, please just let me know. I'm thinking on some things though here, because as you can see, it was quite of a nice pullback, and there is enough, or there are some at least, and nice on the short Google again. Nice possible reversals. First of all, I'm watching still this AMD, especially over the high of the day. I'm watching UNH might, it can just make a reversal. And I must tell you, looks like that we have the same thoughts with Scott, because Scott just called the UNH over 300.02 for a reversal, traders. Market get back even under the 50-20 EMA 592 level and making a reversal. So that can be a start of something, some reversals. So please, if you have anything, just let me know. What else here? Microsoft, as I mentioned you, if it's just getting back to this 455 area to the VWAP, that can be interesting too. Also, I must tell you, we need to think on the opposite as well. If the market continues now lower, and I can completely imagine this scenario as well, because don't forget, we got some really ugly news in the beginning of the day. Okay, guys. No, I don't like it. I'm just checking some great ones. Not yet. I hate you, Netflix. Really, I hate this stuff. I'm very tempted to take it short again if it's making a consolidation pattern here on this 118 again. I mean it. Okay, guys. Now let's see market. Whether you are going to make a full reversal here, or this is just another interesting Oracle with ice. It's not on my list. Let me just check it. Thank you for that. Oracle, ORCL, checking. Okay. It was nice on 160.50. Now I don't know, particularly which I don't like, it's the volume there. So I do prefer days reverse. For example, on UNH, this looks very nice. Scott called it over 302. 302. I would enter now only over 303, also lower share size because of the fact that this is the volume, I mean, the risk reward ratio is not that good anymore, but it looks like as the VWAP and the neckline break can be a great long on this UNH. So I like everything close to the VWAP, like, that the VWAP is playing like a support or a resistance role. It can actually raise your success ratio in the trade indeed. And overall market though, it just made this small pullback and trying to make this move higher again. Also, we need to see a new high now to be quite sure that this is going to be the move at this time, and I'm not sure indeed. So that's why traders, I'm going to take another attempt on this Netflix under 181, and this is going to be not for revenge. I just like this let's call it rejection. So let's see if at this time it can make this pullback with the market. Yeah, Scott just told that he sees the market as well, that it's a bit struggling here. UNH Scott enters 302, as I've told you before, and I'm ready to take another attempt on the Netflix, especially if the market is going to turn around again under the 1180. It based on the triple Q breaking 520 level. I see with eyes. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay, come on, Netflix. I need you to do just like a $10 here, and I'm going to be okay. But we need to see this round number to drop. Apple is still strong though. It was the closest to call it as a VWAP reversal, I must tell you. This AMD doesn't do anything. Kevin's call on the Google was nice, and especially Amir's call on the Tesla long, that was a fantastic trade in my opinion. Also, I'm not going to be surprised if the market is going to pull back at least to the VWAP. And in my opinion, that would be even a healthy move. But let's see. Amir is back to the PTIX as well. He still likes it. SPY is back over every level indeed. So still looks strong, by the way. And actually, I'm going to reevaluate the Netflix to the long side over 1185 too. So this market now is definitely anything can in an anything can happen status at the moment. Netflix is just taking the direction to the upside again. Amazing. Okay, market could not stretch higher. That's interesting at the moment. But still, the overall market is quite strong, as I see. Traders, I'm still going to wait a bit to see whether some nice long or short setups going to be formed here. Also, I'm still watching UNH2. I missed the 302 entry, but as I've told you, if it's making a consolidation here, it still can be good over this consolidation high. And I'm really wondering which direction the Netflix is going to take. Well done, Vidice. And the Apple is still strong, as I see. Yeah, Vidice, me too, unfortunately. Not my favorite type of trading, but what can we do, right? Okay. So Netflix is back to the long side now, so we can take the VWAP reversal here. Oh my goodness, this market is just funny and still very strong. Guys are watching the CRWV2. How about QUBT? This was a big mover last week too. Quantum computing stocks. Ah, coming back too. It's interesting. Can't believe that I just missed my own call on the Microsoft. It's crazy. Oh, come on. Okay, traders, Pi triple Q again looking like as a nice continuation higher. SMCI not that strong anymore. I'm watching this meta here, but the overall market is starting to slow down significantly. I don't like to see that. Scott is still sitting in this UNH. He entered on 302 for a long. Small pullback on the market now again, but still no direction. So I must tell you, since this big red can or a green candle to the upside, since then we are just rather moving a little bit sideways, but no clear direction there. I did not went for this Netflix long. I still think that if the market cannot make the reversal here, it can easily drop back to the VWAP. This would be at least a healthy move from the market and might dare to decide which direction to go. SPY back to the levels 50, 20, and 100 EMA either. Apple on the highs, traders. Apple is still strong as I see. And we will get another big green candle here. Looking like, indeed. QCOM, Vida is checking. Too late, but looks great if we see some pullback there. I agree with you. We should watch this one. And actually, even this UNH can be a nice continuation, but only if it's breaking this consolidation high indeed. Overall market still building a consolidation or continuation pattern, but I've just seen some red moves lately, which doesn't mean too much. I'm just telling you, you should be more careful here. Nice V dice. Yeah, scalping is definitely for today, especially since the market is just going sideways. Agree with you. No, SPY, we need a decision now. Small green button, exactly, that's for sure. That's why we need to be careful today, traders. Completely agree with that. Scott is in red as well, unfortunately. AMD is amazing. It was just not moving at all today. Scott wants to take an AMD short there. BAC 45 struggled to break. Checking. As you know, DVG is on the short side with these bank stocks, by the way. Yeah, I see. We would be more happy to see that back to the Viva, but looks interesting. Nvidia is pulling back a little bit. Apple on the highs, traders. So I would say this decision should be made soon on this market. SPY is breaking a bit lower. Still not very significant in my opinion. PRTR short LAR, I'm watching it definitely. Under 126, you mean? Or here under 126.30 and adding maybe under 126 or consolidation? Because yeah, I feel like as well that the market will see a small pullback now, especially it just broke all of the three candles down. Agree. Looks good. It looks good on the PLTR short. AMD is breaking down too. But the UNH is still holding, by the way. And I think I'm just going to leave this Netflix alone. Vida, this is a great idea too. Definitely go with the flow, right? But I like this PLTR short. Like this, I'm just joining with you here. Stop loss over 127. So let's go for it. And the market, as I've told you, I really want to see a small, healthy pullback. Okay, I'm not going to add under 126, but around 125, 60, 70, I'm going to take a partial here. on this PLTR. Yeah, exactly, we dice. Agree. So let's see. Also, I'm still expecting days back towards to the VWAP. I mean the indices. Nice collar on the PLTR. We just need the break of the round number now. Market buyers are back immediately. Amazing. Raspi, it was 126.30 called by LAR. Scott is going to be out under 300 from his UNH trade, by the way. Okay, SPY did not get back to the VWAP. So Vidice, you're right. If we are just going to go through this 520 again with the triple Q, that can trigger new waves of buyers, but we need to break this 520 in my opinion first. Tricky market candle. Now it's just starting to be red again. Nasty, nasty. Vidice, yeah, it's trying to attract some more new bulls or buyers, but so far, let's see, it needs to go back 593 on the SPY and 520 on the triple Q. And yes, looks like maybe bulls are sneaking back. Interesting, interesting. Look at that green candle again. Seems like market bulls are unstoppable today. Nice pullback to the VWAP on the Tesla too. UNH still looks good, traders. If you entered with Scott over 302, this still looks great. And LAR, this PRTR still okay, it's just consolidating there. And the SPY triple Q still fighting here to push back towards to this small intraday resistance, as I see. No more calls in the VIP room. Guys are quiet at the moment. Scott is still holding his nice UNH trade over 302. I'm still holding the PRTR short, and I'm not sure I want to go for Netflix. So it's looking better and better if it's going to make a rejection, but it's still lots of buyers there, so I'm not sure I want to mess with this again. Needs to break the VWAP again and the 118 level for sure to do anything with that stock. Scott told that the market looks sick. I agree, fortunately. Undecisive. Come on, PLTR, don't be undecisive for us. Nice pullback on the Roblox too. By the way, Lara, another one which I was thinking this 81 short on the Roblox, but it's really slow mover now. Three forty 30, it's a call from Amir on the Tesla. At least he's watching it for a reversal. Market is completely undecided. It's not helping to the trades for sure. Come on, PRTR, LAR, we just need to break this run number here. Yes, Raspi, I still do, especially if the market could help us under this 180. And I'm still holding PRTR short, as you can see. I want to see a partial hand there, 125, 70, 80 would be great. But the SPY and Triple Q are still fighting hard here. Google looks like a double bottom in the meantime. The market is completely stuck. Amazing. Okay, here comes the 126 on the PITR. Acting as a very hard support, and unfortunately the market is just not helping us at all. Shame on you, market, again. I just want to see an extra 20 cents here. Come on. Maybe I'm too greedy. Nice NVDA is on the Viva. We can check it for a direction now. Here comes Netflix. Let's see whether it can break first the 1181, $1,181 level. Okay, guys, MRTR is working nicely. So on PRTR, I'm going to be ready to take a partial 75% of my share size, a little bit more. Here is the 125.80. Looks promising. SPY again, no decision at all. 80, beautiful. SPY, come on, help us. Just a little bit. Completely stuck this market, amazing. Ah, guys, this Netflix doesn't want to break down as I see. All right, traders, here comes the breakdown on the PLTR, but doesn't seem like it's going to stay like that, so be careful. I'm going to take my partial now. Nice, 76, fine. That's great, 70, 60, fantastic. I'm just taking my partial now, traders. PLTR first partial been done. And I'm going to put my stop loss over 126 and 30. And thank you, Lar. Thanks a lot. And I'm still thinking on this Netflix also again. I just do not want to mess up with this stock. It still looks like a bunch of buyers here. And look at the market. It's just making a reversal again to the upside. Amazing. Nice trader. So PLTR1 partial has been done. And let's see whether it can go lower. 126 would be my second partial here. And the market is pulling back again. Amazing you are, market. And really no pullback. SPY is pulling back again towards this 593 level. Amazing. Let's see, PLTR market is for the bulls again. And in this case, let's see which directions, which reversals can be the best ones. I agree with Amir. I like the possible reversal even on the Tesla. He called it over 340 and 30. 340 and 30. I would watch here maybe NVDA too, as again the semicons are quite strong. I don't know, Reddit doesn't do too much. Now UNH does not care either. PRTR is still in. 126.30 it's going to be out though. And overall market again sneaking higher and higher. What a day. Ay, ay. Okay, guys, seems like the market is coming back. So possible reversals again, Tesla can be a good one if we do go back, and VDA2 as it is just dancing on the VWAP. And I think I'm not going to mess with this Netflix anymore. If you still like it, only under 180 traders, okay? I think I'm just going to call it as a day. I really hope PRTR is going to continue and we can take another partial around 125, 10, 20. Reddit Raspi, Reddit looks good, maybe under 10770, I would say, not before. This market is way too tricky. So it can be, another huge move to the upside with an ugly green candle, and in this case maybe Reddit is going to react on that. In this case again there is NVIDIA for the long. Actually here comes Apple, looks like as a continuation too. um, what else in here? Nothing else which I would say I like and great. But if the market turns down, that can be a very nice short under 10780, 70. Okay, if you like it, and still this Netflix, but only under 180, not before. And the Reddit needs to break this 125.60 first, indeed. Okay, guys. And actually, again, Amir still likes to the long side this Tesla thing over 340 and 30. And the SPY still remains stronger than weaker. I'm just going to move my stop loss to 126.20 on the PITR. Guys has not called any other trade. DVG is out already. Okay, guys. Whew, I think I'm just going to call it as a day. Thank you very much for your interaction today, for the great trade calls, Kevin, Lar. Fantastic, Vidice. And I wish you a beautiful green day for you at the end. Bit slow day, so watch out, but there is no doubt so far a quite of a strong day. So act accordingly and be a scalper, okay? Until we are not going to see another nice move on the market. The direction is still a question, in my opinion. So I'm still holding PLTR. Might I'm going to force myself to this Netflix under 180 only, and Reddit doesn't look bad either. Raspi. So good luck, everyone, and thank you for watching the room today and to be here with me. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I am waiting for you tomorrow as well at 9 a.m. Thanks a lot, guys. Please thumbs up if you like. If you like the stream, please just give a thumbs up for us. And I'm going to see you tomorrow. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.